Hello everyone. We're talking about something very different and a very hush-hush topic today. This topic, although very common and natural, is seldom talked about as if it's such a sin to do so. I am to blame as well because I've hardly spoken about this with anyone in my life. Yes, we are talking about periods, menses, menstrual cycle, that time of the month that every girl and woman around goes through. Hello everyone, my name is Shramika. I am an engineer by profession and a seeker by passion. Did you know that an average woman goes through almost 400 periods during her lifetime? And during this time, she generates almost 125 kilograms of non-biodegradable waste that takes almost 800 years to decompose. Those are some shocking numbers, let them sink in. Can you imagine how much waste we generate just because of our periods during our lifetime? Ever since I became a little bit aware about our carbon footprints and our individual contribution to the destruction of nature, I knew that 90% of the waste I generate is because of my periods. I can definitely use lesser paper, lesser tissues, lesser fast fashion clothes, but I still won't be able to do something about my contribution to the destruction of the planet unless I do something about my period products. I did try to switch to biodegradable pads and cloth pads that can be reused, but the experience was not so pleasant. I had attended a seminar on menstrual cups a few years back, read up a lot of articles on them, watched a few videos on them, but never gathered the courage to try them. Until recently, when one of my friends messaged me and asked me what I do for my periods and urged me to switch to cups. I'm going to be eternally grateful to her. She assured me that she will be with me throughout this journey and will guide me through it all. So I mustered up the courage and decided to take the plunge. After all, I'm halfway in my period journey. So this video I want to dedicate to menstrual cups. I would like to share with you all my first experience with the cup, the skepticism we all face before trying the cup, and of course the benefits of switching to the cup. I totally understand the skepticism we go through when we hear about menstrual cups. I have been there myself just some time back. How can you insert something in your body? Is it safe? Will you get any infections because of it? Or the worst, toxic shock syndrome? I've gone through this whole curve myself. The fear of the unknown, the stress of inserting something inside our body, and something so personal that not many people talk about it.
Hey everyone, it's going to be the day one of period today. It's not started yet, but it's usually on Fridays. I'm so scared. I have read a lot about menstrual cups and watched a lot of videos. So theoretical knowledge pura hai, but I am just scared of the practical. It is gonna be really challenging. I'll keep you posted. Hi, it's Sunday and my periods have finally started. I think I took a lot of stress of this whole switching to menstrual cup and I shifted my periods by 2 days. But the good news is that I have finally been able to insert the cup. I'm just so happy about it. I'm not sure if it is open correctly or not, so I have a backup, the pads, good old pads, but let's see. I will try to remove it in the evening and find out.
I was so stressed about using a menstrual cup that I actually shifted my periods by 2 days. I've always been very punctual with respect to my periods, but the stress of cups was eating me up. Another reason many women do not want to try using a cup is the fear of infections. But let me tell you this, we can absolutely reduce the risk if we wash our hands and our cup with warm water and some antibacterial mild soap every time while handling it. Menstrual cups aren't as easy to use as pads, but can be similar to tampons in terms of insertion. Learning to remove a menstrual cup can take some time and some practice, but gets easier with every use, just like it is with anything else.
It's 9 p.m. and it was almost 8 to 9 hours since I inserted the cup. So it was time to remove it, rinse it, and reinsert it. I wouldn't lie, removal took quite a good amount of effort and time. I almost freaked out at one point that I'm not able to get it out. But some relaxation and good amount of pushing helped me get it out. And yeah, I reinserted this time within like 25 to 30 seconds. So I think I'm getting better at it. And I hope this was the biggest hurdle, and the biggest hurdle is crossed. The first day of the first period with the cups. I hope it's only downhill from here. Successfully completed day 2 of period and Monday. I'm really proud of myself. Good job, Shramika. It didn't go as bad as I thought. I think in my imaginations it was worse. I'm pretty happy with the results and with my progress. Let's see what happens on day 3.
The benefits of switching to cups are umpteen. Let's go through them one by one. Women's Voices for the Earth is a non-profit advocacy group. They published a report in 2013 which states that several carcinogens, endocrine disruptors and surface irritants are used in our menstrual hygiene products like sanitary napkins and tampons. All the chemicals used in order to make a sanitary napkin beautiful looking, white, fragrant and super absorbent are causing skin allergies, rashes and reactions, toxic shock syndrome, ovarian cancer and cervical cancer to the women. Menstrual cup on the other hand is made up of medical grade silicone, which is an inert material that hardly reacts with bodies, that makes it extremely safe. There are other options as well like organic sanitary napkins and organic cloth pads. You can try them as well. Just remember, we are the first generation using sanitary napkins from our very first period. So the long-term harms of these is still very grey. There have been certain researches done in this area. I have left the links to those articles in the description box. You can read them if you please. When considering a 10-year time period, the waste generated from consistent use of a menstrual cup is only a small fraction of the waste generated from tampons and sanitary pads. For example, when compared with using 12 pads per period, the waste generated from a menstrual cup is only 0.4% of the plastic waste. But if you don't care about the environmental impact and think it's not your responsibility to deal with it, let me tell you about the cost effectiveness of using a menstrual cup. Usually, a cup can cost you anywhere between rupees 300 to 900 and one cup can last you for 5 to 10 years. Now during this, if you're spending your money on sanitary napkins, it will cost you almost 3000 to 5000 rupees. That's a lot of money you can save, right? Continuing with the same point, you buy a cup once and you're sorted for 5 to 10 years. Unlike in case of sanitary pads or tampons, you have to stock up every 2-3 months. In case of a COVID-like situation where a lockdown is imposed, you're not bothered about stocking up huge piles of sanitary napkins. Instead, you're bothered about better things like groceries and other staples. And you don't have to change every few hours since a cup is collecting the menstrual waste instead of absorbing it. You will be surprised to know that we bleed much lesser than we imagine. While numerous companies all over the world manufacture menstrual cups, it's still not very well known. The primary reason being the difficulty for companies to make any profit out of this, since one single cup can last a girl many years. This is the reason most women hear about menstrual cups through internet or through word of mouth rather than conventional advertisements on television. Hey everyone, I just finished shooting for a YouTube video. That's why I think I'm in half decent clothes. I wanted to come here and tell you all that I think my periods just got over and I already feel like I'm going to miss my cup a lot. I'm actually looking forward to the next period, and no, I'm not kidding. Have you ever felt this way before? I'm sure I never did. So I request all the girls to give cup a try. Please contact me for any kind of questions or skepticism you might have. I know I am no doctor, but I went through these lot of questions and skepticism myself before giving cup a try. And now I'm a very satisfied customer. I want all the girls to feel happy and liberated during their periods. So please give it a try and do contact me if you have any kind of questions about this. I have shared with you all my journey of the first month of the cup. It did take me some courage to come here and speak so openly about it. All the clips I have shared with you all are 100% genuine and honest. So I hope at least a tiny percent of you are convinced to switch to a cup. And if you have any kind of apprehensions, please leave a comment below and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. I have shared the links to many menstrual cups available in the market, including the one I use, in the description box below. Please check them out and consider switching to a cup, not just for the environmental impact but for your personal health as well. set a goal for yourself for 3 months, that within these 3 months you will make the switch to a menstrual cup. Meanwhile, you can read more about it, watch more videos on it, and research on the various cups available in the market. Alright, now this has been a long video. If you stuck with me till the end, then please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. It always means a lot if you do so. Always remember, most times the way isn't clear, but you start anyways. It is in starting with the first step that the other steps become clearer. Happy learning and bye!